Welcome back to another video, man. Today, we will be looking at Mr. Chris Sims as he made kind of like a quarterback rankings, right? He put most of the quarterbacks in tiers, and we're going to go over them, see if I would agree with, see what I disagree with. So, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. And yeah, let's get started. First up is the caretakers. This tier is a sturdy base that consists of dependable and reliable quarterbacks. While these field general can be trusted to play a few games in a pinch, you don't want them to lead your team for too long. The first guy, Gardner Minshew of the Kansas City Chiefs, Aiden O'Connell of the Las Vegas Raiders, Andy Dalton of the Panthers, Mac Jones, Tyrod Taylor, and Jarrett Stidham. Okay, Gardner Minshew, I agree with, Like we saw last season with the Raiders, he's not a good quarterback when it comes to starting a full season. But we saw plenty of times with the Eagles, with Jacksonville, where like if you give him a role for a few games, he can do something. Aiden O'Connell, yeah, I guess. I mean, he's basically like Gardner Minshew. Andy Dalton, I agree with. Mac Jones, I ain't gonna lie, I think Mac Jones, I think he's a backup supreme because that's the next category. I think he's a backup supreme, that's just me. Tyrod Taylor, I agree with, and Jarrett Stidham, yeah. Now, the backup supremes, you got Joe Flacco, Malik Willis. Well, first let's go over the backup supremes. This tier includes 4 of the best backups in football. While each quarterback has some serious limitations, they all have at least one physical trait that is very, very good. You got Joe Flacco, Malik Willis, Jameis Winston, and Marcus Mariota. With Joe Flacco, we all know what he is, alright? He had that Cinderella run with the Browns, led them to the playoffs a couple seasons ago, and now he's back on the Browns. So, yeah, he's the definition of a backup supreme. Malik Willis, Titans traded him to the Packers at the end of the preseason last year, and he started, I think, 2 games, and I think he appeared in 4 or 5. And he played pretty well, Titans threw him to the curb, and Willis played pretty well. Jameis Winston, probably the best backup quarterback in all of football. And Marcus Mariota, I ain't gonna lie, I would put Marcus Mariota in the what's it called? I don't know. The caretakers. I would swap Marcus Mariota with Mac Jones. Now we got the wow or whoa category. This tier spotlights just one quarterback, and it is a divisive one. And this quarterback that's in this tier is Anthony Richardson, and I think that's correct. Richardson's a guy where, like the category says, he's a wow or whoa type of guy. He's a guy that's like he's gonna make a freakish play, but then he makes a play, and you're like, is this Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones? Like the Colts this season, they could probably put in Daniel Jones instead of Richardson, and you would never know. Like, if y'all remember here against the Texans, a game that he started 2 for 13, one of his passes was a 70-yard touchdown. And it was a deep bomb. It wasn't one of those slants that they take it to the crib. It was a 70-yard deep bomb. But then at the end of the game, this man fumbling the ball all over the place. Plus, he started in the first half, he was 2 for 13. Through 13 passes, only completed 2 of them. So Anthony Richardson is the wow or whoa type of guy. I understand. He was the 4th overall pick. He was a project coming out of college, out of Florida. I don't even know why the Colts took him that high. But, that's what he is. All right, next category is young mysteries. This tier is pretty self-explanatory, highlighting 2 young quarterbacks who could become stars or could be bust. And the 2 quarterbacks are Bryce Young and J.J. McCarthy. Bryce Young, we already know what he is, Well, we don't know what he is. That's why he's in the young mysteries. But, yeah, I agree with this because Bryce Young, his first season, terrible. Panthers won just 2 games. Bryce Young was god-awful. It looked like he was going to be the next Marcus Russell. Last season, he started off like he did his rookie year, just playing terrible, getting beat down every week. and he only started the first 2 games. And then the Panthers benched him for the Week 3 game against the Raiders. Andy Dalton lit up the Raiders defense, and I think had like 4 touchdowns, I want to say. It was something crazy. But then Andy Dalton got into a car crash, and he was injured in the car crash. Obviously he didn't die or none. He didn't pass away, nothing like that. Obviously he never won anybody in a car crash anyway. But then that gave Bryce Young another opportunity against my Saints. And then he tore us up, and then he played good against the Giants. So then it's like, okay, well, is Bryce Young bad or good? And now he's going to year 3, and that's going to deteriorate. And J.J. McCarthy, look, he still has not played a snap in the regular season. Played 1 preseason game and then got hurt. So I agree. I obviously, we know nothing about McCarthy. All right, now still on the pot. This tier features 2 quarterbacks who need to crap or get off the pot. Their careers started with high hopes and have been full of adversity, but they have a chance this season to rewrite the narrative. And the 2 quarterbacks are Daniel Jones and Justin Fields. Daniel Jones used to go into the caretaker category, and I'm dead serious. He's like the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Like this man, there's no way someone is that inaccurate on accident. Like, bruh. And Justin Fields, yeah. Look, I tried telling people Justin Fields was not that guy, and I still don't think he's really that guy. He had his moments in Pittsburgh, but I mean, he's going into the Jets, so it's now or never for Justin Fields. Next one is Ready Rookie. This tier highlights the top pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, and if you remember, this tier only has Cam Ward in the Ready Rookie category. I agree, man. It's like, well, obviously there's nothing to agree about on this tier, but Cam Ward, man, you're the first overall pick, so you better show Tennessee something. They had to deal with Will Levis for the last 2 seasons, so you have to prove something. You have to prove yourself in the NFL, okay? It may not be your rookie year. Not everybody can be a C.J. Stroud. Not everybody can be a Jaden Daniels. But you got to do something your rookie year, man, to show the Titans fans why they drafted you first overall. All right, next tier, it's clock's ticking. This tier is a tough place to be for a 36-year-old quarterback who is very possibly getting his last chance to start in the NFL. And the only player on this tier, if you could guess, Russell Wilson. While he throws a great deep ball, has experience in big games, and does not make many mistakes, Wilson has Winston and rookie Jackson Dart breathing down his neck. There is a good chance he gets benched during the season if the Giants struggle. Simple as that. Okay, now escaped from New York. This tier is a unique one, composed of 2 quarterbacks who had tough stints with the Jets as a rookie before revitalizing their career with new teams. You got Sam Darnold and Geno Smith are in this tier. Sam Darnold. There's a lot of good and a lot of bad with Darnold. He has an incredibly quick release and has more power in his arm than he gets credit for. The 27-year-old improved at throwing the deep ball last season, but his internal clock needs work, and he could benefit from more experience as a starting quarterback. All right, and now Geno Smith. Sims thinks the physical ability is real with Sims. With a crazy strong arm and a versatile repertoire, Smith can be a productive starter in the NFL if he develops a better get-out-of-jail plan. Don't you forget about me. No, this is not a scene from The Breakfast Club. This tier is all about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Like many people, Sims is not very high on Cousins, declaring that his physical ability affected the mental decision-making last season. Turning 37 years old in August, retirement could soon be on the table for Cousins if things don't improve for him soon. Needs more info. 6 quarterbacks are selected in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft. This tier consists of 2 of those players who Sims needs more data on before making a full, complete evaluation. Michael Penix Jr., Drake May are the 2 guys in this tier. Penix Jr. only started 3 games last season, showing some obvious talent and potential, with arm talent that pops off the screen and the ability to make big power throws with ease. The 25-year-old can lead the Falcons to the playoffs, but Sims needs to see more. And with Drake Maye, the Patriots only won 4 games last season, but Maye was not the reason why. While the former North Carolina Tar Heel has a lot to improve, including his throwing form and decision-making, the big playability is there, and he could have a good year under Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel. Is this it? This tier is a trio of quarterbacks who were once considered rising stars. Now they are fighting for their NFL future, starting with Dak Prescott. There are few quarterbacks more divisive than Prescott. Sims is underwhelmed about the 31-year-old, declaring that his release is slow and his anticipation is not great. Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa has played in just 1 postseason game in his career, a 26-7 loss to the Chiefs in 2024. Sims likes a lot about Tagovailoa's game, but he is very concerned about the quarterback's ability to play big game football. And Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence is one of the most difficult players to rank because there is unbelievable talent, but way too many missed throws. New head coach Liam Cohen has arrived in Jacksonville and will attempt to fix his franchise quarterback. However, at the end of the day, it's going to be on Lawrence. Ready to launch. Much like Needs More Info, this tier features 2 rookie quarterbacks. These rookies have Sims much more excited than Penix Jr. and Maye, though. And these were rookies from last year. We got Bo Nix. Sims had countless good things to say about Nix, complimenting his powerful arm, quick release, and special ability to push the ball down the field. Nix and Sean Payton have the potential to become a deadly duo for years to come. And Caleb Williams. Williams had a really tough rookie year, but a lot of his struggles could be attributed to organizational failures. When comparing his 40 best plays to other top quarterbacks, Sims believes Williams is right there, and he will be shocked if he's not one of the most improved, best stories in football this year under Ben Johnson. And want to touch the honey? Inspired by Billy Madison, this tier includes 2 quarterbacks who are so close to getting everything they want. However, they have a couple of flaws that must be fixed. Starting with Kyler Murray. Murray has shown an ability to make highlight plays with his movement and his running. Although the 5'10" quarterback has become a better decision maker, he plays small and needs to improve his play in the pocket. Jordan Love. Some people think Love took a step back last season. Sims doesn't argue that claim, but he feels the 26-year-old still has big-time game-changing talent. That makes him a scary quarterback for defenses to match up against and one that Sims admires. Scheme Dream. This tier features 3 quarterbacks who aren't perfect, yet with the right head coach guiding them, they have more than enough talent to lead their teams to success. Starting with Brock Purdy. With a new 5-year, $265 million contract extension, Purdy is locked in as the franchise quarterback of the 49ers. The final pick of the 2022 draft has great feel and a 6th sense, but he was trying too hard last season and has to get back to basics in 2025. Aaron Rodgers. After signing a 1-year contract with the Steelers, Rodgers will attempt to go out with a bang in Pittsburgh. While Sims no longer thinks the 41-year-old is an elite quarterback, he can still throw the ball with the best of them, and as a top 10 arm in the NFL, maybe even higher than that. There is still hope for Rodgers. And Jared Goff. Arguably the toughest pocket passer in the NFL. Goff is a borderline top 10 quarterback. The 2016 number 1 overall pick is an aggressive, fearless decision maker who does not throw interceptions, which is pretty remarkable. Given Dan Campbell is his head coach, even though Goff isn't always sexy, Sims can't deny the results. Alright, now the truth hurts. This tier is controversial, featuring one player who's coming off an incredible year leading an incredible team. And this is also entering his top 10 quarterback. So at number 10, he has Jalen Hurts. The Super Bowl 59 MVP is the ultimate leader, a tough quarterback who can handle the Philadelphia criticism. Speaking of criticism, Sims thinks there are still flaws in his football game that need to be addressed, and there is no quarterback in football that has more advantages on the field at the position than Hurts. Pocket Rockets. This tier highlights a pair of signal callers who use their explosive arms to make no shortage of big-time throws. So his number 9 quarterback is Baker Mayfield. Mayfield is one of the most aggressive quarterbacks in football. The 30-year-old sees the field really well and has some different arm angles to fool defenses. Even though he can be prone to turnovers, Mayfield is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the game right now. And number 8 is Justin Herbert. Standing at 6'6", Herbert plays bigger than any quarterback in the sport. While the 27-year-old has shown flashes of being able to escape the pocket, he just doesn't do it enough. If he could improve his scrambling ability, Sims thinks he can be in the top 5, top 6 conversation for the next 4 or 5 years. Surgically. The 3 quarterbacks in this tier are surgically accurate and simply don't miss many throws. So his number 7 guy is CJ Stroud. After a marvelous rookie season, Stroud regressed in 2024, something Sims blames on the Texans and not the 23-year-old quarterback. He is still one of the best quarterbacks in football, and Sims believes this year will be better than any year he's had in his career to this point. And number 6 is Matthew Stafford. He has Stafford in the top 10? I don't know about that. Even though he is 37 years old, Stafford has one of the most gifted arms in the history of football. Mobility is a big concern, especially as he ages, but Stafford does an incredible job of not taking unnecessary sacks. With a new contract, Sims thinks Stafford could lead the Rams back to the Super Bowl, possibly in a matchup against Stroud's Texans. Okay, buddy. Number 5 is Jayden Daniels. All concerns about Daniels have been thrown out the window after a sensational rookie season. While the second pick of the 2024 draft could be a hair stronger, he has a strong and precise arm that is paired with elite athleticism. Already a top 5 quarterback. The sky's the limit for Daniels. Now the core 4. His number 4 guy might surprise some of y'all, not me though. Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has mastered the art of winning, will retire as an all-time great, and is awesome. But Sims feels that he has not been as good as the other 3 signal callers in this tier over the past 2 seasons, prompting his all from number 1 in last year's rankings. Number 3 is Joe Burrow. The assassin himself could have been the MVP last season if the Bengals made the playoffs. After throwing for nearly 5,000 yards and 43 touchdowns, it became clear Burrow is a top 4 quarterback in the league. Burrow works the pocket perfectly and will absolutely destroy you while still being able to escape and make backyard plays. Number 2 is Josh Allen. For the 5th straight year, Allen is in the top 3 of Sims' rankings. Without an elite supporting cast, the 2024 NFL MVP has arguably the most powerful arm we have ever seen in the history of the sport, and takes the burden of the offense on his shoulders. There are not enough good things to say about Allen, who very well could be a first ballot Hall of Famer when his playing career is over. And the number 1 guy is Lamar Jackson. Okay. We have reached the top of the pyramid, and Sims saved the best for last. While Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen are special players, nobody's playing quarterback right now better than Jackson. The 2-time NFL MVP is out of the world. Arguably the greatest mobile quarterback in history, while possessing an unreal skill set in the pocket. It has finally all come together, and Jackson's future could not be more bright. Hold on. Okay. So, I did all that reading for y'all. You're welcome. So, Lamar Jackson. He's a talented quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He's talented. I'm not trying to knock him of all his greatness. However, you put him under. Bruh. Can this thing go up? Alright. You put him under Josh Allen. You put him over Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Jayden Daniels. What has Lamar Jackson done to warrant the number 1 spot? I understand 2 MVPs, and people argue he should have won it this year. I don't think so. Okay, Josh Allen has not had the supporting cast Lamar's had. Still, 2 AFC Championship appearances under his belt. Joe Burrow, not only did he reach a Super Bowl, but he literally led the league in passing. Patrick Mahomes, 3 Super Bowl championships, including a 50-touchdown season. And Jayden Daniels, his rookie season made the NFC Championship. And I would really actually take Jalen Hurts over Lamar because of that Super Bowl win. Before you're like, oh, he had Saquon, oh, he had this, oh, he had that. Come on, let's be real. You need a good quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Whether you want to agree with that or not. But yeah, anyways. And he has Matthew Stafford in the top 10. But then he has Jared Goff outside the top 10. What? Right. Okay. Is there anything else that I don't really like? I'm just saying. I think those are really the only 2. By the way, where's Tyler Shuck or Spencer Rattler? You couldn't put at least one of them up here? Did you forget the Saints exist? Where were the Saints quarterbacks at? Man, you rated Gardner Minshew. But Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck can't be on the pyramid. Like what? I mean, okay. And why is Daniel Jones still in the pot? What pot is he still on? Alright, whatever. That's really my only complaints. Anyways, how do y'all feel about the list? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. You can always find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps, and Keeping It Real, Who Dat Sports Podcast. And I'm gonna leave you as always with the Who Dat, and don't be a Falcons fan.